just coming up to the halfway point of the Serie A in Italy there. Week number 19 of matches now. It's all to play for with Juventus, Intermilan and Lazio fighting it out to try and win the season's title. But first, let's have a look back on last week's matches. Week number 18, starting off with Lazio against Brescia. Lazio winning the game at 2-1. Coming from behind after Balotelli scoring for Brescia 18 minutes into the match there. Big turning point of the game was Christiania 39th minute red card for Brescia. So they had to play 10 men for over half of the match. And Lazio scoring with Immobile in the 42nd minute penalty kick and the 91st minute dramatic win. As that was Lazio's 9th victory in a row in Serie A there. So very impressive form by them. 19 to 6 shots on target. 19 to 6 shots, 6 to 3 on target for them as well too. Had Verona winning at 2-0 over Spal with Pizzini in the 14th minute and Stepinski in the 85th. Tonmovic got sent off for Spal in the 38th minute as well too. Some other red cards in this week's matches. 19 shots each, 8 to 2 on target for Verona. Had Genoa defeating Sassuolo 1-1 with Quisito in the 29th minute penalty kick. Obini in the 33rd minute for Sassuolo. And had a late winner with Pandev in the 86th minute for Genoa. Boardi did get sent off for Sassuolo right at the end of the match, 97th minute. So a bit needless really, when it's just about over anyway. 15 to 11 shots for Genoa, 6 to 3 on target as well too. Had Torino defeat Roma 2-0, with Bellotti scoring both goals. And first half stoppage time, 45th plus the second minute, and as well as 86th minute penalty kick. 31 to 12 shots for Roma, 7 to 6 on target. So dominating from Roma, but unfortunately for them, a loss and making it harder for them for the title push challenge there, being 10 points back of the top two teams, Intermilan and Juventus at the stage. Had Bologna and Fiorentina shared the points in a 1-1 draw, with Benaseu in the 27th minute for Fiorentina. Ozzolini, 94th minute, dramatic equaliser for Bologna there. 14 to 9 shots for Bologna, 6 to 4 on target as well too. We had Juventus winning 4-0 over Cagilari, with Guinardo scoring his first hat-trick for the club there. 49th, 67th and 82nd minute goals. Higuain also managed to score a goal as well too in 81st minute. So 20 to 8 shots for Juventus, 10 to 1 on target. And Juventus wide at the top there with Inter Milan. So big fights for the second half of the season on who's going to win the season's title in Serie A. So Juventus not having it all their own way, but getting the job done here. Had Atalanta winning 5-0 over Parma, with Dario Gomez, Benler, Gosens, Ilicic scoring a double. 23 to 5 shots, 10 to 1 on target, and Atalanta by far being the highest scoring team in Serie A, despite being all the way down in 5th place there. So lots of teams are doing really well this season. And now we're on to week 19. But how did I get on with last week's matches there? I quickly have a bit of a brief look. So I had Lazio winning against Brescia. I managed to get that one correct. Spal and Verona went for a draw. That was incorrect. had Sassuolo lose against Genoa, so I got that one won. I went for Roma to beat Torino, that was incorrect. Had Bologna and Fiorentina to share the points in a draw, so I got that one correct, so that was 2 so far. I believe I'm just having a look back at my old video thing there, because I should have brought the bit of paper to have it all lined up with me. But AC Milan and Sampdoria shared the points, so that was incorrect by me. Atalanta, I went for them to beat Parma, but not by that big of a margin, but still correct. Juventus to beat Cagilari, so that's 3 games. Leece against Udinese. Udinese winning that one. I went for a draw, so incorrect. And I did get Inter Milan to defeat Napoli, so in the end, that's 4 correct out of 10 matches there. So, And on to week 19 of matches there. Head-to-head records using the buzzballweekpoint.com website. And these are since 2005. Go over their recent record head-to-heads and then go over the odds and my score predictions for each of the upcoming games there. Starting up with Cagilari against AC Milan. 19 victories for AC Milan. 1 win for Cagilari and 5 draws. AC Milan unbeaten in the last 4 games with 3 wins and a draw. Odds for this game, 288 for Cagilari, 330 for the draw, 225 for AC Milan. On the table at the moment, Cagilari are currently in 6 spots, 3 losses in a row and a draw in the last 5 matches. AC Milan with 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in the last 5 games, currently in 12th place, 7 points behind Cagilari. So for this game, that won't be form for both sides. So I've gone for a 1-1 draw between these two. Next up, got Lazio against Napoli. 14 wins for Napoli, 7 wins for Lazio, and 8 draws. Napoli with 5 wins in a row, or 7 wins and a draw in the last 8 games there. Odds for this game, Lazio are the favourites at $2, 350 for the draw, 320 for Napoli. On the table at the moment, Lazio in 3rd place with those 9 victories in a row. Very impressive. And with the game in hand over Inter Milan and Juventus, they could narrow the gap to 3 points when that match has been played. I think that's coming up pretty soon as well too. For Napoli, they're currently in 8 spots there, with just the 1 win and a draw in the last 5, 3 losses in there. Very poor this season, just 24 points from the 18 matches, a whopping 15 points behind Lazio. So Napoli, a bit of a struggle here, even just to make your league placings. So I'm going to go for Lazio to win this game and end the bogey against Napoli. And I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory for Lazio. Next up, got Inter Milan against Atalanta. 10 wins for Inter Milan, 6 wins for Atalanta, and 8 draws. Inter Milan unbeaten in 4 of the last 5 games, with 2 wins and 2 draws. Odds for this game, $1.91 for Inter Milan, 360 for the draw, 330 for Atalanta. On the table, Inter Milan are in top spots in terms of goal difference, with Juventus just behind them. But head-to-head record-wise, Juventus did defeat Inter Milan, so they would end up winning the title if it was to end like this. So it's a bit controversial to have Inter Milan at the top of the table because of that head-to-head record being the key difference over goal difference for Serie A. Meanwhile, Atalanta in 5th place there, scoring the most goals out of any club in Serie A this season with 48 compared to Inter Milan's 39 there. So I'm going to go for entertaining result here. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. And quickly look at their recent form there. Inter Milan, 3 wins and 2 draws in the last 5, so undefeated. Meanwhile, Atalanta, 4 wins and a loss. So, yeah, pretty good form for both sides. So next up, got Udinese against Sassuolo. 4 wins for Sassuolo, 3 wins for Udinese, and 5 draws. Sassuolo unbeaten in 9 of their last 10 matches, with 4 wins and 5 draws. Odds for this game, 2.10 for Udinese, 3.30 for the draw, 3.10 for Sassuolo. On the table, Udinese find themselves in the 13th spot with 2 wins, 2 losses, and a draw in their last 5 matches. While Sassuolo are in 14th place with 2 draws and a win in their last 5 games. So split for them. And I'm going to go for a boring 0-0 draw in this particular match. The Udinese only scoring 14 goals in their 18 matches as well too. And they were at home being the favourites for this game. So next up, got Sampdoria against Brescia. 2 wins for Sampdoria, 1 victory for Brescia, and 2 draws. 2010 to 2014 matches here. Odds for this game, $1.91 for Sampdoria, $3.20 for draw, $4 for Brescia. On the table, Sampdoria find themselves in 16th spot, just the 1 win and a draw in their last 5 matches to go along with their 3 losses. While Brescia in 18th spot in the relegation zone as things stand, 2 wins and a draw in their last 5 matches, so a little bit better form for them. And for this game here, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between these 2 sides. Next up, got Fiorentina against Spal. 2 wins for Fiorentina and 2 draws. 2017 to 2019 matches, so very recent matches. $1.40 for Fiorentina, $4 for the draw, $6.50 for Spal. On the table, Fiorentina win 15th with being winless in their last 5 games, 3 losses and 2 draws. Meanwhile, Spal are bottom of the table, 1 victory in their last 5 games to go along with their 4 defeats, 3 points outside safety. So for this game here, I'm going to go for the home side, Fiorentina, to get back to winning ways, and I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory. So I've got 4 games. Sorry. 4 games left to go. Got Torino against Bologna. 7 wins for Torino. 6 wins for Bologna and 6 draws. Torino unbeaten in the last 5. Winning the last 4. And a draw. Odds for this game. 2.10 for Torino. 3.30 for the draw. 3.20 for Bologna. Wow. Torino in 9th place with 3 wins and a draw in the last 5 games. Bologna in 10th with 3 wins and a draw in the last 5 games. So both sides in pretty good form here. And I'm going to go for the home side to each this game at 2-1 for Torino. Next up, got Verona against Genoa. 6 wins for Genoa, 2 wins for Verona, and 3 draws. Genoa unbeaten in the last 6 games with 4 wins and 2 draws. Odds for this game, 2.10 for Verona, 3.10 for the draw, 3.20 for Genoa. And currently on the table, Verona find themselves in 11th spot, 2 wins, 2 losses, and a draw in the last 5 games. Well, Genoa 19th with 1 victory and a draw to go along with their 3 losses in the last 5 games there. I'm going to go for Genoa to edge this game here, having a pretty good record over Verona in recent matches there. And mind my voice for their last few matches. 2-1 for Genoa. So 2 games left to go. Got Roma against Juventus. Big match here. 17 wins for Juventus, 8 wins for Roma, and 6 draws. Juventus unbeaten 4 of the last 5, with 3 wins and a draw. Odds for this game, $3 for Roma, $3.50 for the draw, $2.10 for Juventus. And on the table currently, Juventus find themselves in a second spot, 3 wins and a draw in their last 5 games. While for Roma, 3 wins and a draw in their last 5. So exactly the same. But they did step up on their last match compared to Juventus, who slipped up 4 matches ago. But I'm going to go for the upsets here to keep it interesting and potentially make this a 4 title race for the season with Roma, Juventus, Intermilan, and Lazio. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory for Roma to shake things up for sure. And last up, got Parma against Leece. Bit of a sad way to conclude things. But 3 wins for Parma, 1 victory for Leece, and 2 draws. 2006 and 2010 to 2013 matches. Odds for this game, $1.83 for Parma, $3.60 for the draw, $3.75 for Leece. On the table, Parma are in 7th spot with 2 wins, 2 losses and a draw in the last 5, so splits even. And Leece are in 17th, 1 victory and a draw in the last 5, losing their last 3 games, 1 point above safety. So I'm going to go for the higher ranking team at home here, Parma to win 2-0 to conclude this week's matches in Serie A into week number 19. Feel free to leave your thoughts and predictions in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. And anything else you want to discuss about this week's matches, who do you think is going to win the title? Do you believe it is a 4-horse title race like me? Or are you thinking that something else? Is it just Juventus and Inter Milan that's going to pull away from Lazio that's probably going to slip up soon, possibly even against Napoli? Bit of a tough match there with Napoli's new coach coming in. Maybe he can help survive, help salvage things again for Napoli and possibly even make the Europa League spots. But yeah, pretty awful season for them so far. But yeah, hit the like button and feel free to leave any other comments there. I do reply to each comment, so don't feel afraid. And stay tuned for week 20 of these Serie A predictions for this video there. And I better go and have a drink there before I lose my voice.